Hi everyone! So quite a few of you have been asking for more Wonka recipes. So today we're going to make Luminous Lollies. Now in my case I'm going to call them Luminous UFOs because I'm going to use a mold. It's an ice cube mold by Fred and Friends. I found it on Amazon, so I'll pop the link down below. I think it's called Ice Attack. Anyway, so it looks like little UFOs. We're going to use that. To make this work, there's two things. You are going to need tonic water, because in it has quinine, and apparently that glows under black light. So I will show you at the end of this video different liquids and how they glow under black light, because not all of them do. Even when you expect for it to absorb that light and make it glow, some of them surprise you. So there's very few liquids you can use that will glow under black light, and tonic water is one of them. So to make this, you are going to need 1 packet of Jello or jelly. I'm going to go with a lime flavor, only because green UFO, but if you want pink UFOs, you can go right ahead. Or you might want to do yellow stars or something as well. There's so many cool jellies out there though. I even found one that's like a glitter jelly. It's got like edible glitter in here. That is so cool. You're also going to need gelatin powder. You're going to need 8 or 9 tablespoons. Make sure you've got a full package of that. If you need a vegetarian version, because I know someone out there will ask, at least here in Australia, we have got a vegetarian gelling powder. It's called gelatin. Apparently you're able to swap them out, gelatin and this vegetarian version. They do have some on the back, some suggestions though, if you're trying to switch it out from another recipe. It's less effective in acidic liquids, so I'm thinking this might have problems. So for best results, use 2 packages of it. It needs at least 200 mils of cold liquid, and it won't work without heat, so it does need to be able to be brought up almost to boiling point. So it's not a complete substitute, but it is an alternative, so you will have to adjust and play around with it. But for those who are wondering, there are other options if you are a vegetarian. Finally, I've also created the packaging for you guys, so it's on the blog if you haven't already seen it before. To print it, you are going to want to take it to a printer's. I have designed it so it is, I think, an A3 size. So if you can print it out on slightly thicker paper, and you're going to be able to cut it out, pop it together, and you've got a little party favor for your Wonka party. Alright, so to make this, we're going to take 1 cup of tonic water, our package of Jello, and 8 or 9 tablespoons of gelatin, and we're going to pop that into a saucepan. So we're going to heat that up and give that a really good stir. Basically, we just want it to heat until it's lost its grittiness. You don't want tonic water to bubble or boil. Quinine is a very bitter flavor to begin with, so you don't want it to change too much, otherwise it actually gets into a bit of a yucky taste. And also, if you bubble or let it boil, it turns the mixture from transparent to more of a solid when it's poured into your mold, and you need it to be transparent, so when the black light shines on it, you can still see through it. So we're going to just turn this heat off and let it sit for a minute or two. While that's happening, we're going to pour in another 1/4 cup of the tonic water, because that's nice and cold, and just give that a really good stir. Now you are going to want to let this sit for just a little bit. I almost don't mind the top layer. Let's see if I can take a photo. Becoming slightly gooey and pulled together. Just sort of let that sit to the side, because what you're going to do for it to be transparent, you're going to scoop the stuff that's underneath. To make these chill quickly, I'm just going to pop these into the freezer for just a few minutes. Okay, here we go. So we have got Luminous Lollies. So I'm wanting to show you guys the difference. So this is why you are wanting to let that mixture sit for a while, just so the liquids and solid bits can kind of separate properly. This I poured in straight after it heated up. And what you've got, you can see it, it's not as, well, it's more solid, it's not as transparent as what these ones are. And also on the bottom, the foaminess, so if you're pouring in and you're seeing it's just all as foam, this is what that's going to turn out as. So that's why you want to let that sit for a bit, scoop off that topping, and then you've got all the clear Jello to pour in, because what you've got then is clear UFOs. So when you put on the black light, they're going to shine all the way through, and you're going to see these properly. Alright, so everyone always wants to see the taste test, so I'm trying to make sure I do it every time now. So, Luminous Lollies. Nope, you're pretty okay. The one concern I had before I started making these was the fact that Look, I love tonic water. I love just drinking it with a little squeeze of lime, and that's sort of like my soft drink. But in tonic water has that quinine that we're talking about, which glows under the black light. The thing is, though, is that it's a really bitter taste. And when I was first testing out the recipes and trying to figure out the right balance and whatever, it was horrible, some of the end results I ended up with. So this one you're safe with. Also, the other concern is, if you put in too much gelatin, are you going to get that gelatin taste? But the Jello flavor seems to still override all these flavors. So I wouldn't say it's like a sweet candy. I haven't tested it, but you might want to add more sugar if you want it like really candy. But so far, so good. So as I said, I will pop these under black light, and I'll show you how these glow. I will also show you, so we'll pop out a few drinks here, and I'm just going to show you how the liquids shine or don't shine under black light. So we've got here tonic water, absinthe, and milk. I thought we'd just sort of do a bit of a test of everything here. So this is why we are using tonic water for this recipe. And as you can see, we're going to flick that black light onto these candies and see them light up. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you guys in the next video.